What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 33, and we start today's episode off by looking at our youth player, Billy Akinfenwa, our goalkeeper. He looks relatively subpar, but he's the only player in our academy, so there you go. And also a squad report as well. I think the first one the season even, first one the season. And yeah, Ben Foster now our first 80 plus rated player. So happy about that. Of course, he's in his 30s, and thankfully now with EA, players in their 30s don't just completely drop regardless of how well they're playing. So Foster now an 80 rated player, very happy about that. And of course you can check out the rest of the players as well, how they're doing in his squad. And yeah, of course, in the summer transfer window, we made quite a few changes, brought in a few new faces, only sold Sessegnon and loaned out Will Hughes to Valenciennes. And yeah, I'm relatively happy with the business we did. I'm still disappointed we couldn't loan out more players. Bigger Amana, Bellerin, Jack Rose, Kevin Savanier, the young player we just got as well for our scout system. I had loads of players on the loan list, Bradley Garmston, Jason Davidson, loads and loads of players on the loan list, but no clubs came in for anyone other than Will Hughes. And I've spoken about this before, but loaning players out in career mode is way too hard. I mean, it's just ridiculously hard. It is. You know, it should not be as hard to loan out those players because they're not bad, they're not terrible. They could do the job for lower league teams. But I don't know. Hopefully in January we'll loan some of them out. But there you go. It just means they get wasted in our squad, do you know what I mean? It just get completely wasted and they won't get used. So it's really frustrating for me, but there you go. I also sent my scout out, my youth scout, on another mission to England for 9 months. We'll wait and see what we can do. He's only 3-star experience and judgment, so we can't expect much. You know, we can't expect any world-class players for the future, but we'll have to wait and see. But still, we also had a couple of international friendlies with the USA as well, and of course they did the South American Cup themselves with the simulated games we played, and they were very good, reaching the semi-finals and then losing the 3rd and 4th place playoff to Uruguay. And they took on India. I say they, I should say we, because they are technically my nation, even though I'm not playing any games with them. And we saw that Green scored. Green, of course, the player on loan with us now at West Brom from Bayern Munich. That was nice to see. And Zardes as well, the striker who I'm having there. He scored, I think it was 4 goals in these 2 games against India and Peru. So yeah, not the best of the opposition, but even so, that Zardes guy, I might have to look for him for the future because he looks like a pretty decent player. And as well, Zambrano did play for Peru as well, our centre-back, but thankfully he was okay. He didn't get injured. He was a little bit tired, as you can see there, but he was okay to play the next game. Here's a full list of our squad as well. Just want to show you how I got it set up and how I think I'm going to play this year. I think I will stick with a 4-4-2, just push the centre mids up. Last year I played with 2 holding mids. Now I'm going to push them on and play both CM. So Delph and Malumbu in the middle of the park will both be CMs instead of DMs. And yeah, I think I'll stick faith with the 4-4-2 because it worked well last year and there's no reason to change a winning formula. So we took on Hull City for the first game and the only game of today's episode here away at the KC Stadium. And Hull City, of course, a side who, you know, not exactly the best. They avoided relegation last year, but I'd imagine they'll be down that lower end of the table again this year. And as we take them on away at the KC Stadium, I looked at their team and there wasn't really too much cause for concern. Obviously, Abel Hernandez is a really decent striker on FIFA, and Sagbo's not bad either, but really, I feel as though we should be able to get the win. And even though we did lose our last game 4-1 to Manchester City, very disappointingly, I still believe we should be able to get a win in this game. And of course, with Brown a day and Saido Berahino making very, very good starts to the season, I was thinking this could be a good chance for us to score a few goals and look very threatening. And the first chance would fall to Hull City here, but from this corner we cleared the ball away. Only as far as Jake Livermore, as Malumbu gives the ball away, Kevin Nolan finds Robertson. Robertson strikes it, but thankfully for us, Ben Foster makes a good save and we get the ball away. So still 0-0 with the first chance coming to Hull, but in the 29th minute you see Wellington Silva making his debut for us go down this right hand side, using some of those 5-star skills, finds Malumbu, Malumbu finds Delph, Delph collects the ball and finds Saido Berahino, fake shots around Harry Maguire, and Maguire trips him up and the referee has no choice but to award a penalty. So penalty to us, Maguire trips up Berahino, it's a definite penalty after the fake shot beat Maguire, and the centre-back lunged in with a lazy right leg, and the referee is right to give a penalty. So penalty to West Bromwich Albion. Thank God Saido Berahino didn't break his neck there, which I thought he could have done after that animation. But penalty to West Bromwich Albion. It's going to be Brown today who would stand up and take it. He's got 4 goals in his opening 3 games in the Premier League. Can he make it 5 in 4 from the spot? Yes, he can. Very, very fortunate penalty though, I'll say that much. My penalties, you know, my record isn't the best. Anyone who's been a long-term sub of this channel will know I miss probably half of the penalties I take because I'm just not very composed. But that was real luck. You know, I shouldn't have scored that one. The goalkeeper, Jakupovic, seemed to dive a bit too far, if you know what I mean. And he got a hand on it after it hit off his leg. But thankfully it did go into the back of the net, and that made it 1-0. It's not the best penalty I'll ever take, but it found the back of the net, and that's all that matters. So Hull 0, West Brom 1. And just before half-time, we're passing the ball around the back here, and as Nastasic crossfields the ball to Carl Jenkinson. Jenkinson finds Wellington Silva, who offloads it towards Brown O'Day, the goal scorer. Turns his man, finds Silva again. Silva back into Brown O'Day. Harry Maguire's out of position. He loses out in the air. O'Day fake shots around Michael Dawson and smashes the ball into the bottom corner. And what a lovely goal that was as well. Really, really nice goal from Brown O'Day. And that makes it Hull 0, West Bromwich Albion 2. And the Nigerian striker now has 6 goals in 4 games. What a fantastic start. And it's Hull 0, West Brom 2. It was a really nice goal as well. Lovely passing from the back. We work our way up the pitch, and it's a great finish by Brown O'Day after he fake shotted round the former Spurs defender. So really good finish by Brown O'Day, and you can see as well why I didn't want to sell him on deadline day. You know, yes, those 2 bids from Swansea and Newcastle were over his valuation, and not bad really, but I never had any plans to get rid of the Nigerian striker because he's just so good. He plays like such a deadly striker, and that made it 2-0. And on the stroke of half-time, Aubameyang gets on the ball. He had a great debut against Arsenal, but was relatively non-existent against Manchester City, but he almost scored a great goal there as he cut inside, but unfortunately a shot went wide and out for a goal kick. But in the 48th minute, a great chance for us here to make it 3-0, which we do. Brown O'Day shows that if he's not scoring the goals, he's getting the assists. He turns his man down the right hand side, he smashes in across, and Saido Berahino in the centre gets his 4th goal in 4 games himself. So what a fantastic strike partnership this is, man, seriously. And Hull would get themselves the goal back in the 65th minute. Jake Livermore, the former Spurs man, got his 1st goal of the season. It was a really scrappy goal as well. The corner was played in, we failed to deal with it, and Livermore at the far post had a simple volley as he put the ball into the back of the net to make it 3-1. But would it prove to be a comeback for Hull or just a consolation goal? Well, I'll let you be the judge, because in the 70th minute Aaron Creswell collects the ball, gets around his man a bit fortunately, crosses the ball in. Who does he pick out? The man himself, Brown O'Day. He makes it Hull 1, West Brom 4. As you can see, it was just going to be a consolation goal, and Brown O'Day gets his hat-trick. It's his 2nd hat-trick in a West Brom shirt, and he makes it Hull 1, West Brom 4. And this guy is just having a dream start to the season. He is literally on fire right now. Every single thing he touches finds the back of the net, and that is a really good header as well. Out jumps his man at the far post, and it clips the inside of that far post which he was going towards, and it finds the back of the net. So Jakupovic beaten for the 4th time this game, and you know, Brown O'Day was just a target man. He was so deadly. It's another goal for Brown O'Day. He's already on course to beat the amount of goals he scored last year in the Premier League, which was 11. He was having an absolute field day, and in the 78th minute a great chance to make it 5-1. Saido Berahino finds Brown O'Day, and O'Day does make it 5-1. It's his 4th goal of the game. Berahino with the assist. I could have finished it with Berahino, but I thought, you know what, with Brown O'Day in such good form, I'm going to give it to him, and that is now his 8th goal in 4 games. Unbelievable. A goal scoring rate of 2 goals for every game so far this season, and he is just having an absolute field day for us. And in the latter stage of the game, Aubameyang's shot was well saved by the goalkeeper, but Berahino also got his name on the score sheet for the 2nd time. Hull City 1, West Bromwich Albion 6. Berahino heads the ball past Jakupovic after he made the save to deny Niang, and it's 6-1 to West Brom. And you know, the game against Arsenal I thought was going to be the performance of the season. I think this game's just beaten it. You know, I really do. Absolutely fantastic from our strikers. 6 goals between the 2 of them. 4 for Brown today, 2 for Berahino. He's now got 5 in 4 games, and we are just scoring goals at will right now, and this strike partnership is unbelievable. But in the 89th minute, Hull did come forward here. Aluko's shot was well saved by Foster though, and he bounced on the rebound as well to deny a certain goal. And in stoppage time, Hull would get themselves a 2nd consolation goal. The Army shot hit the post, but it fell back to Sonny Aluko, and he had a simple finish as he made it Hull City 2, West Brom 6. But it was going to be how the game would finish, because directly from kick-off the referee would blow for full time, and we go ahead and collect a very, very good 3 points. And again, the Arsenal game, I thought we're never going to play better than that this season. That's our best performance of the season. 2 games later, we beat it with a 6-2 victory. Unbelievable. And I don't want to jinx it, I really don't, but this could be a memorable season for us, because the way our strikers are looking, the way the whole team is looking, everything is just coming together really nicely here at the Hawthorns, and we are looking like an unbelievably strong side and a force to be reckoned with. But as we always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then please do leave a like, because it is much appreciated and it really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.